Hey everyone, this is Zack Snyder, director of this movie. I'm going to talk a little bit about it.
I never thought my cut would see the light of day, and maybe rightly so. You know, the picture came out. It was what it was. It wasn't the original director's cut, but it was a fellow, I forget his name on purpose, who took over. It was 25 years ago. And then one day Michael Thal called me and said, listen, there really is a internet movement afoot that they want to see your cut. I said, I wouldn't know where to start. He said, well, I'd love to do it. I said, hey, of all the people, you're the right guy, go do it. And then he told me the studio was cooperating and that they were going to do it, and it was exciting to me.
What is it then? Is it a different theatrical release? And then what does that mean for royalty checks for the 200 actors who participated in it? Like, it is just a complete mess on so many fronts. Does it get a different IMDb? And because each of those things, the credits have huge consequence.
It's going to be a longer version of that same movie we saw.
No. It'll be very different because
it's not like the extended BVS. It's a different
this
film.
Is all
supposedly.
It's totally.
Oh, you have no idea.
I'm building an alliance to defend us.
He said he'll fight with us?
More or less.
More or more less?
Probably more or less.
He said no.
He said no. I heard about you. Didn't think you were real. I'm real and it's useful.
Play something with balls.
Some fans are obsessed with the so-called Snyder Cut of Justice League, like an alternate cut.
Yeah.
Are you,
I'm obsessed with it too.
Are you?
Yeah.
What's your take on that? Like, do you want to see a different version eventually at some point, or is there a different version?
That's just one thing that it sucks with our business where you just can't speak your mind, but yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. We'll keep it at that.
I think I'm coming straight from Justice League.
Like, are we talking day after, week after?
Yeah, because in Zach's cut, we had it where I was with Volko and Mara, and I say that I have to go home, and they say there's this force coming and that I need to help. And I'm like, I'm going home to see my dad, and so I get in the back of a pickup truck and pound a bottle of something, and off he goes, the Wanderer. You know what I mean? So.
Wolf, was that in the version you saw? You saw Darkseid?
Yes, there was a Darkseid in there.
What did it look like?
Surprise, motherfucker.
No protectors here. No lanterns. No Kryptonian. This world will fall. Like all the others.
There was an alternate cut of Justice League. How long would it be? And how complete are the VFX? That was my question to him. He already circled this thing on the poster, but he circled a point on the poster, and he pointed to the circle. He said, that's your time. Now, what's on the poster, and he circled on my poster, and I think he actually circled on Film Junkie's poster, it said 214, which 214 minutes. 3.5 hours.
If my math is correct, 3 hours and 34 minutes.
It's a tiny little font on the poster.
The others. Where are they? He's a cyborg.
You should probably move.
You said you'd come. Now let's hope you're not too late.
I'll take that as a yes.
What?
We called him Baba Yaga.
The boogeyman?
Jay. We'll come for you.
The thing I can say is that I mean, a lot of the sequences that I worked on were in there, but then there's a lot of stuff that was changed, mostly the ending. Like, because I can tell you the sequences I did work on. I worked on the Themyscira stuff, like when Steppenwolf comes to Themyscira, and then I did the ending. I came in and I punched up the ending to kind of mostly the ending, not the Batmobile stuff. That stuff was really worked out before I came there. But I did from the time that they arrived into the kind of nuclear reactor all the way to the end of the fight. So I did a lot of that. A lot of that had already been kind of pre-vised out, so they had kind of a blocking in. But that's why Zach wanted me to come in and take a look at it and kind of do my pass and so like I think there's that shot you guys see that it's not in the film, but I think it's Wonder Woman standing on the bridge with Aquaman and Cyborg. Like that's one of the first scenes that I had done, so that's why I was like, "Where's that?" Or there's a couple of stuff that that when I watched the film, I was like, "Well, what happened to that?" Because I was looking forward to seeing it because I had done some like crazy stuff. I was trying to top myself what I had done with Superman. When Superman comes back, I had done some really crazy stuff, like Superman Unhinged kind of thing. Like, so that's why, like, when I saw the film, I was like, well, okay. And like the Russian family, that was never there. That whole narrative, I was surprised the most about that. The other thing that I was most kind of surprised and kind of disappointed in was the fact that the origin story of the Cyborg kind of disappeared.
All things considered with Cyborg, there was a lot of material that we didn't get to see with respect to Cyborg's backstory, but I think that they did justice with what they could with respect to the character. I think ultimately, everybody put a lot of hard work into this thing, and there are a lot of decisions that get made that we don't necessarily have any control over. But what I will say is, Zach had very specific plans for Cyborg and of his trajectory, and Zach probably shot enough footage in the first film to make like 2 movies out of. He had definitely had his whole, I believe a trilogy in mind with respect to Justice League. And if his vision had sort of had come to fruition, Cyborg would have been probably one of, if not the most powerful metahuman in the entire canon in the film universe. And that's one of the that's just one of the crazy things about Zach is he can take someone who's like such a newcomer and evolve their powers to the point where Cyborg is like S tier, So yeah.
Yeah. So do you have the Snyder Cut or anything that we can see?
Do I have it? No, I don't.
Actually, it's funny that you asked.
Funny you should say. I brought it on my old.
Gotta try.
My viewfinder here. No, I mean. Zach's film, he shot everything that he wanted to shoot. I mean, it's not a matter of whether or not it exists. It's a matter of whether or not we see it. But no, it's I know people are sort of really hungry for that sort of thing, and you never know. Maybe one day.
The thing that's amazing is Chris is been an amazing producer on the movie because he, I think because, he said to me, he goes, Zach, Hollywood makes 2 kinds of movies. They make movies by committee, and they make filmmaker movies. And he goes, I'm really not interested in these like movies by committee. They suck. And he's like, the best movies, my favorite movies are where you can feel the personality of the director, and it's all about that.
Project Comic-Con,
Release the Snyder Cut.